What's going on, guys? I'm excited today because I'm doing what I'm gonna call phase 3 of trying to like my touring again. If you watch my other videos on the touring, you know I've been kind of talking about trying to like enjoy it again, and I have the third part of that phase, something that I never thought I would really get my hands on. But if you don't know what these are door skins, the leather door skins that go on the door cards. Excuse all the chairs, we're having a little function later, but so basically, if you've seen my interior on this wagon, you know that I have this ugly particle board and there's no leather on my door cards. And that is because it is missing these. Why it's missing these, I couldn't tell you. But shout out to the homie John Adams, if you know him. If you're an E34 guy, you probably know him. Me and him are basically the two US like E34 parts guys, like the most prominent in the market. So he had these, hooked me up. I traded him a knuckle, the E34 knuckle that E36 guys need. Traded him that and I paid shipping, and he hooked me up with some clean black leather door cards. So now all I gotta do is figure out how to get it in. And this might not even be the right side. Yeah, this is the rear. Anyway, you get what I mean. So gonna put these in. The way I'm gonna go about it is pulling off all the door cards and I'm just gonna hot glue them. I think hot glue is the best kind of way to get them to stick. I've had good luck with door cards and hot glue before, because epoxy is kind of a different scenario with how it sticks. So first things first, I'm going to pull off the door card, and as you guys know, I already made a video on this, so I'm not going to go in detail, but a screw here, screw behind this, and then this is already broken off, so that's another thing I'm happy to replace. I need another nut for this to hold the actual armrest on, so when I open my door, the whole freaking door card doesn't try to pop off. So I'm going to pop this side off, and then we're gonna get to gluing. I'll kind of show you guys how I'm gonna go about doing that. I'm hoping it comes out good. I'm kind of working with what I got here. Obviously new door cards would be the best bet, but these should glue on nicely, so we'll see. So the reason I like to go with hot glue is because whenever I have parts cars and I pull the interiors, and if I ever break the clips that are out back, I've tried epoxying them, and it takes forever, and a lot of times it'll just kind of break. But not to mention, the main thing is it just takes forever for it to cure. Hot glue, you know, it's not the strongest, but these don't have to be strong, you know, they're just being held on, you know, there's no force on them. And the hot glue dries in seconds. So you heat it up, obviously, and then you let it go. So like right here, the leather was kind of flapping like here. So I redid it. I had to hold it for, you know, maybe a minute just to be safe. And it holds it, and it holds it good. So that's the easiest way to do like this type of interior stuff, is hot glue. So I didn't film the hot gluing because it's a little stressful, but I got hot glued on. I just basically globbed it all around. And then this was kind of tricky because underneath, like the middle is really sunken, so you kind of have to deform it. So I ended up just hitting the edges, so that's how it kind of turned out to work all right. It's a little sloppy. I got hot glue everywhere. I got to clean up, but I'm pretty happy with this. How long it'll hold up, who knows? I'm sure epoxy would last longer, but I'm trying to get it applied quickly. So I know I was praising all the hot glue, but I took this thing for a spin today, and it wasn't really from driving, but basically this whole part right here kind of just came undone. This is holding up good, but I think that's because I actually got good application there. This, I wasn't able to put much on, and it's really awkward because this is like kind of concave, so this can't even sit flush. So I mean, I don't know if these are supposed to be like pushed flush, or if you just do the corners, so I'm not really sure. But I went out and I bought some high strength 3M spray contact adhesive. People say to use this on a lot of like leather interior, like headliner stuff. So I went and grabbed this. I wanted the 80, which is the I think it's called like leather and vinyl bond, but they didn't have that. So they had 45 and they had 90. I figured why not go stronger with it. So what I'm gonna do is contact adhesive this door card and see if I get any improvements here. So that's what I'm gonna do on the passenger side, and then see how that goes. And then for the edge of that doesn't work, I'm gonna use some Minute epoxy that I just bought for that. So we'll see, should be able to get them on there better. This will probably adhere nicer. So, and a random tidbit here that I did not know, So I was playing with my button on the wagon, and it turns out my panoramic sunroof actually works. Let me see if I know how to work it. Yeah, there you go. So I did not realize it worked, and it never did. I would press the button, nothing would happen. But today on my way back from school, I was just kind of like, oh, I'm gonna hold the button down because sometimes the motors get sticky like on windows. So surely enough, I held it down for a few seconds and it started to open, and it works all the way. So the rear will open, the front will open, and they kind of combine in the middle. And then what you have is a panoramic sunroof for the most part. So that's it as one piece. It kind of conjoins, and then your switch moves it back and forth, and from the top it actually looks pretty sweet. So it just overlaps, which is pretty cool. I can't believe that I didn't know that this worked, because this is a really awesome feature that these wagons have, and most of them don't work. So I kind of always figured, oh, it probably won't work, and here I am with a working sunroof, and I had no idea. So that's a lot of fun to drive with this open. It's a really cool feeling, especially with the 5% tints and only the top open, so you get the light and the air in, but you know, you're still invisible behind, which is cool. So just something I want to add in. Very excited about that. So what turned from phase 3 of trying to love the Touring again turned into even another phase of loving the Touring again, because this is awesome and it totally transformed the car for me. So when this thing has all its door cards on with a sunroof, and I'm really excited. But I still want to put a sub in it, but I honestly don't know if I'm gonna keep it long enough to do that. But I'm not gonna keep telling you guys about that, whatever. It's listed for sale at a high price. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But maybe I'll get a new head unit and then a sub, and then I'll really, really love this thing, and I probably won't want to get rid of it. But anyway, just wanted to mention that. I'm gonna get back to the door panels now. So I believe it says to let it cure for a minute or two until it's tacky. Apply 1 to 3 even coats of adhesive. Allow adhesive to dry until tacky, and then apply sufficient pressure to ensure complete contact. So that's kind of a confusing way to word that, but I'm gonna do both sides, double panel bond. That's what it recommends. It doesn't recommend single. So I'm excited to see how this does. It says 1 to 3 layers, so we're gonna keep going. So I got it laid down, and I'm pressing it in each of the spots. It laid nicely. I oversprayed, obviously, so I kind of hope that this stuff peels away with alcohol or something. I really hope so, because that looks pretty ugly with all the overspray. But as of right now, it laid on there really nicely, and this part adhered also very nicely. So I'm gonna hold this side because this is the troubled area. Then we're gonna see how that held up. I let the adhesive sit overnight. It applied really nicely, and it sticks really nicely. I was a little sloppy with it, so maybe you can see there's a lot of residue that I oversprayed, especially right here. So I'm gonna mount the panel first, and then I guess I'm gonna get a razor and pull it off. I'm gonna do all that trying to avoid getting rid of the mate here, because I don't want it to come off, kind of like what happened with that side. So that side I redid it, and I used the adhesive here, and it got this stuck up here. Down here still kind of popped up. I don't know why these door cards are so dumb that, like, beneath the leather it's sunken in. So this does not have a flat surface to mate to. I don't understand it, because factory, I don't believe the leather is like caved in, which is what you'd have to do, and it just won't stick. So you basically are stuck doing just the edges, which gives you this sloppy look, because you can't get it to stick in the middle. So it's kind of the best that I can do. I gotta work with what I got here. It obviously looks 10 times better with the leather, even if it's kind of dirty. These door cards in general are just kind of beat up. Like, I don't know what happened here. It's like someone used like acetone or something to clean the leather, something way too strong, and it kind of killed the leather a little bit. It's kind of all over all the door cards. Like right here it happened, and it's shredded up right here. So I'm not sure what the hell's going on here, but maybe I'll get some black spray paint if I'm really feeling stupid, if I can't get that out. But I'm guessing that's just a lack of dye. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna remount this thing and then clean up, you know, the edges and get it as good as I can do it. And then we'll get on to the rears. My only issue with the rears is that the actual the underlay is peeling itself. So I kind of have to re-glue that, wait for that, and then I got to re-glue the cards. The rears will be easier because it's actually a flat surface all the way, so they'll actually mount, which is going to be nice. I may just not take out the rear door cards. Taking out door cards is kind of a pain, and they're really fragile, and I don't want to break them. So I might just do it in the car and hold it. The spray adhesive adheres pretty quickly, so it's not like I'm going to be holding it for, you know, 3 hours. So we'll see what I do. I'm going to throw this one on, put it on a time lapse for you guys so you can kind of see the process, and then we'll clean it up. Voila, we have a door card back on with leather. I love it. I'm so excited right now. This may seem like such a minor thing, but it is a huge transformation for this car. To go from no leather at all to leather, it is just so awesome. Like, it's little things like that that you wouldn't think would make you really enjoy a car that much more, but it really does. I mean, this car is 10 times more enjoyable to get in and see that I have a full interior. You know, I have leather, not the bogus underlay. It's a really, like, I don't want to say degrading. That sounds like, you know, over exaggerating, but like, you know, like someone opens up your car, oh, let me check out your interior on your wagon. Black interior wagon, super rare. And then I show them a car with no door cards. It just looks stupid. So huge improvement. This interior came together awesome, mixed with a working sunroof. I am like beyond happy right now with everything about this car. It is fully dailyable now. So some interior detailer and a microfiber, and it actually did wonders on getting it out. I used a razor to get some of the really tight spots, but as you can see, the edge there, the tops right here was especially bad. Cleaned up super nice. Again, this is just staining. I don't know what the hell it is, or discoloration, but the actual leather, all the excess 3M stuff I was able to get out, so it looks super clean now. I am super hyped to get all that like white residue off it that made it look really shoddy. It almost looks original, as if I never replaced it. Now I gotta go over and do this side, and then again get to the rears. So for the rear, I decided I'm gonna leave the door cards on because they're kind of shoddy. I taped off most of it to avoid overspraying onto the side leather. I didn't do all of it. The rear doesn't really matter for me. No one really is in here, so I cared about the front more. Should have done this technique with the front, but yeah, we're gonna spray the rear and get the rear on there. This is what it's come down to. Holding it on with my feet, my arms got tired. Most of it stuck pretty well. Right there in the middle where my left heel is, that part kept popping up. So I reapplied the adhesive and then got my feet on it. Everything else stuck nice, so I'm gonna hold it here for a couple minutes and it should be all set and cured. Another sidebar. This is a tan leather cover that I pulled off a parts car, and I thought that I could maybe just spray paint it. And while it actually looks pretty good like itself, it's way darker than the actual door panels. So that's it in place of the one that's on there. You can see the difference. It's actually not as bad as it looked the last time I put it up, but yeah, you can kind of see there. It's just glossier black. It doesn't look very good. So glad I got a set. My DIY didn't quite work. I only had one of these anyway, so it doesn't matter. I wouldn't be able to do the whole car. There you guys have it. The wagon now has all 4 door cards complete. I'm super stoked. This really transformed the inside of this car. It looks so much better with complete door cards that aren't missing leather. The particle board was not a good look on this thing. So that basically wraps up this Touring's interior, aside from this horrid headliner, but I'm not really ready to conquer that. I don't think I will ever conquer that, to be honest. It doesn't bother me that much. So I got the tints. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little short Touring interior update video. I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.